Antarctica turns green. It is a very important topic today. It's called raining, and it can have a series of catastrophic consequences in a chain. Reducing the emission of the greenhouse gases in the key to avoiding it. If we were to define Antarctica with one color, it would define it be white. The frozen continent with its endless plains, mountains, and towering icebergs, but it is that some regions are stating with a certain intensity of another tone, green, due to an increase in a vegetation associated with the increase in temperatures throughout the planet. It is a phenomenon that in English is known as raining, and the science had been monitoring for decades. Antarctica is no greener than in the end of the last century. This was cited by Enrique Isla, researchers and the Institute of Marine Science of the CSIC in Barcelona. Hundreds of articles were reviewed by researchers, and they have concluded that it is very likely that the waters of the southern region will warm due to climatic change, which in the turn increase the probability the plant and the animals species typical of less cold regions will migrate to the Antarctica. Science says there will be a more intense raining by 2026. No ice during the austral summer if new mosses or lichens migrate. If climate protection comes through, there will be more and more ice-free areas in coastal areas across the continent that will be colonized by lichens and mosses of diverse arthropods that was cited by a science at the end of this month. Of the changes recorded in the analysis, the most concerning to the authors is the lost ice. This accelerates global warming, as there is less snow that reflects solar radiation. That planet will head up faster and faster, and the consequent there will a world shine of negative effects to the concurrent climate and the ecosystems. In the region, another team of science or research conclusions along the same lines by combining satellite images with observation of the growth. Experts from the British Antarctica Survey and the University of Cambridge, UK, measured the presence of small green algae in the snow and conclude that this greenish layer is likely to spread as they increase the temperatures. In fact, more than 60% of the algae that had flourished were hit 3 million and a penguin colony. The main causes will be the increase in atmospheric CO2 by human action. International protocols such as the Paris Agreement, although possible, are insufficient to avoid a process that has been underway for years, was said by several experts in November. To curb excessive acceleration and to prevent Antarctica from losing its snow landscape, the implicit specific measures should have a limiting tourists in the region. Pay attention not to penetrate invasive species housed in equipment, vehicles or boats, and delimiting marine protected areas, and the most effective thing in to reduce greenhouse gas emissions as soon as possible. Everything so that Antarctica doesn't turn green prematurely.